Ready? Forward. Up. Forward. Up. Oh. Please be seated. This afternoon we've assembled here to honor some people that have done something that is really, truly outstanding. There are several of us here that are very honored to be up here in the front assisting in their afternoon, and I'd like to introduce them at this time. Starting on my right, Dr. Maybridge, who's representing our wing commander from Weiss. Base commander from Spangdahl, Colonel Castle. The deputy base commander here at Bitburg, Colonel Heindel. One of two guest speakers for the afternoon, I'm very honored to introduce Dr. Ed Weiss. The chaplain for this afternoon, Captain Robinette. And our other guest speaker, Master Sergeant Stewart. There's a few other people I think it'd be most appropriate for us to introduce at this time, and no special order, but if I may, would the Education Center staff at Spangdahl please rise? Thank you all. And the Education Center staff here at Bitburg, please rise. Good, thank you. Now this next special group, I have a fond affection for you because as best I can with empathy, I know what you went through. Put it this way, my wife has told me what she has gone through. I would be very honored for the spouses of our graduates to please stand. Having gone through these before and speaking on behalf of your graduate spouses up here, we thank you because what you went through is really, it is a joint education. Some of you may actually know more of some of the subjects than the graduates. Captain Robinette.
Let us pray. O God, our Father, who has formed us in wisdom and has made us to love and serve you as sons and daughters, our hearts beat high in gratitude today. We are thankful for parents and homes where we receive the first knowledge of life and love, for our school and professors who in patience and wisdom inspired us to seek after truth and learn the grace of living together, for this community and nation over which the flag of freedom and of brotherhood may fly, and for the rich heritage which we have received through books, friendship, work, and prayer, and for the love of a helpmate who has made things much easier in our lives that we might attain the awards that are about to be received today. We are indeed most thankful and give you praise. Amen.
It's my honor to introduce a person that has gone before you in numerous ways and has followed through and you're in fact following in his footsteps. Master Sergeant Joseph E. Stewart, who is our current superintendent of the 928th FTD. He entered the Air Force in 1972, serving in the aircraft maintenance arena until 1980 when he switched into the education. He was reassigned to Shepherd Air Force Base as an instructor. In 1983, he moved over to the FTD side as an instructor. From there, 1983 through 87. Quite an array of educational credits. His light bill has probably been very high over the years. He has a BS in occupational education. He has 2 associate degrees from the Community College of the Air Force. He has 2 other associate degrees. He was not just studying in his spare time either. He was also working hard in military activities. NCO of the Year at Shepherd's, 1981. Air Force Commendation Medal with 1 O3 Buster, and the Meritorious Service Medal with 1 O3 Buster. Master Sergeant Stewart, it's yours.
Welcome, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to be asked to come before you and speak, because it is truly your day, because I know what you have went through. I know what your spouses have went through. So one of the things and areas I would like to talk about in a few minutes is a challenge that we have been given, a challenge by our leaders in the sense of our budget. It's no secret as far as the Air Force operating under stringent conditions when we're talking about our finances. Well, it's going to be our job as military members to use our resources, both material and personal, to the best of our ability, wisely as such. I'm sure each and every one of you have probably heard somewhere along the way that we're just going to have to get used to it. That's the way it is. Well, I would prefer to think of it as, no, we're not just going to get used to it. We're going to work with it. We'll adapt to it. It's you, the leaders, yourselves, in the Air Force community, that are going to be making these type of decisions to try to help our mission be accomplished under such conditions. Today's graduates believe the Air Force needs strong, dedicated NCOs. Educated, skilled in their technical fields. This is what you've accomplished. These are some areas that you have pursued. Education. In doing so and fulfilling your requirements for CCAF, not only have you broadened your leadership abilities, your management techniques, but you've also increased your ability to communicate to others, subordinates, peers, superiors. These are all part of the educational process. You learn more than just the statistics, or the times, the dates, the things that you may be tested on. You learn a lot of self-discipline. And I'm sure that was probably one of the toughest areas to overcome. I know it was for me. The self-discipline that it takes to sit down there at night and go through the books and studying and all the efforts that you must put in when there's so many other things that you think I should be doing. The family has to put up with a lot of sacrifices as well as you do. I'm married, I have 3 children. I try to stay actively involved with my children at the same time I was trying to pursue my education, and I'm sure you did the same. So the spouses and the children, they deserve a lot as well as you do. The Air Force of the future, the Air Force of the coming future will continue to require the expert technicians, and we'll provide that. That's part of our training. That's part of what we'll do for the Air Force as well. The technical expertise, the technical technicians are the foundation for the Air Force and our mission. But our graduates here today realize that more than just technical skills are necessary. They've not only gained the skills to survive, they have also gained the skills and knowledge to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women who will graduate today can see the future coming. They can see what is expected of them, and they have accepted this challenge. Each and every one of you have accepted this challenge in the sense of what I'm going to do to better the Air Force, to better myself, to work with the current day problems, and to try to understand what we are all going through. Our leaders go through a continuous efforts on trying to find those answers. So they need us as well to help them with those answers. Each and every one of you have worked hard for what you've got. I offer an additional challenge to you, and that is to continue your educational efforts, continue your technical skills. Make yourself the best you can possibly be. Pursue your personal goals. These are all things that the Air Force will benefit as much as you will, because they're going to get your expertise. They're going to get a portion of it. So you can do both goals at the same time. All of you have joined over 4,000 other forward-thinking people in this April's graduation. Those are pretty big numbers when we're looking at our enlisted members pursuing education, completing degree requirements, and all the work and effort that they're putting into not only the job, but other aspects. We've all came here today to praise you, because again, it is your day. This is your reward. So continue with it. I'm proud to have been asked to be here and offer my congratulations on the achievement and my sincere thanks for your self-improvement and your continued support. Thanks.
I could stand up here and finish up the afternoon talking to you about Dr. Ed Weiss. He was one of the first people that I met when I arrived at Bitburg about 2 years ago. He has a BA, an MA in philosophy. He earned his PhD in economics, philosophy, and government. While he was a student, he ran his own business. As a matter of fact, he has been in different aspects of the business community for over 25 years. President of the FISCL Securities, financial consultant. He has been with the University of Maryland as an instructor since 1985. He was instrumental in the last year's change of your economics course. I hope those of you that took the new one realize that was a tremendous step forward. Would you like to know what the students think of? Would you like to know what the students think of you?
Thank you.
He is very demanding, but he is also very talkative. One of the nicest praises you can give an instructor. All I can say is, sir, I am not going to talk all day. It's yours. Thank you.
I've been on a program with Marshall before, and this is the first time he's ever given me any time. I was planning on being very brief because I knew that that's exactly what he was going to make it be for me anyway. So I'm going to be brief anyway. First thing I want to do is to offer you, as everyone else has, my most sincere congratulations. Congratulations on the diploma that will shortly be conveyed upon you. I use the word conveyed, not given, because as you well know, you've earned it. There's been a high cost to be paid. I look at it different. How many times? I know the opportunity cost of the time and the hard work on not only your part, but on the part of your family, regardless of whether they learned anything along with it or not. There's hard work. There's a lot of sacrifice that's been paid. And as you know, it doesn't matter what field you're in, and I imagine there's probably a couple of you in business out there. Does CCAF offer a business certificate as well as a technical and a computer and a logistics? But be that as it may, it's yours now. It's yours forever. You've earned it and you know it. I was in the sauna today over at the field house as I was getting dressed to come here, and I heard three guys, and it's hard to tell the rank in sauna, but I would guess that they were in the middle somewhere and on their way out because of whatever reason, getting out of the service. And one of them said, you know what we should have had, so help me, couldn't believe I was hearing this. So help me, what we should have had is a CCAF degree, because when we get out of here, we can get a job a lot easier. Because that's what the main thing on their mind is about getting out, is finding themselves a job. But in any case, you paid the opportunity cost. they didn't. They had the same opportunity that you had, and they didn't take advantage of the opportunity